bigger.
Lens mount. So
It's a box camera. Just jump in my car. Joking. This thing is adorable. Brand new video, brand new series. This is hopefully the first in many of what is going to be like a production diary or vlog. All the camera related stuff I get up to in the space of a month condensed into a video. We got off to an amazing start by me speaking to the camera and the microphone was turned off. But anyway, I'm going to voice over it. So I'm capturing on the Sony Burano for the first shoot of the month, which is just a favour for a friend, and that is just like a social media video for his restaurant. The lighting is going to be on the 60X for a hair light, going to be on the tripod, and for a key light we're going to be using the Amaran F22. This morning I also got my first delivery of the month. This one is from Freewell, who you may know from their ND filters and polarizers. This is kind of a card holder and protector, and also a memory card reader all in one. Who'd have thought something as simple as this can actually be pretty cool. It's kind of like the thing you never know you wanted until you've got it. It looks really well made. It's got kind of this metallic, shiny, outer protective cover. So this thing can hold SD cards, micro SD cards, and the best thing of all is the new CF Express Type B. And it has a USB-C cable built in, and it is all Gen 2 speeds. So we just left the studio. We are going to drop off footage. We also need to pick up some batteries for the lav mic, and then we'll go on to capture the interview. So here we are just dropping off some footage for the agency that we do a lot of work with. Interesting story is we actually used to office share with these inside this building.
what did he say?
Job number 2, get batteries.
So
8 batteries cost £7. £7? And people say Sony Burano is expensive.
all right, good.
No, if we sit on a wide lens back here, and you sit literally just dead centre, I think it'd work. Come a little bit closer with your chair. Yeah, I think if we frame him in the gap as well. Final camera settings are 25mm at T2726. Yeah, we're on 500 ISO, 5800 white balance. For lighting, we have 4x4 diffusing daylight. And then we've got aperture F22. There's a backlight up there. 10% and 3200.
I just don't know. Sorry, ask the question again.
I'd say it's the 16 flavours to choose from, and all 16 flavours are made in-house and fresh every day.
So yeah, today we're going out to the Peak District, which is like our national park. We're going to be getting gimbal shots and drone shots today on the edge of like a cliff. Not a massive cliff, but we'll use some camera trickery to make it look way bigger than it actually is. On the way to the office this morning, when I jumped in our production van, it started making a weird noise. Do you know all those noises just sounds expensive? No doubt we'll probably forget some little clamp or adapter that we need, as you always do. But on the flip side of that, you also always make it work, so let's get it. We are using multiple cameras across this ad. We've been using the Blackmagic 6K for some camera stuff. This Panasonic we're filming on right now is also used. The Burano has been the A-cam. It's our first real project on that. Drone wise, we will be using the Mavic 3 Cine or Pro, I don't know, one of them. It's a Mavic 3. Yeah. Just got to location, 2 degrees. We keep getting this error, what says camera malfunction. So if anyone knows what that is, please let us know. It seems to fix the problem when we take the ND filter off, or any filter, and then the drone will come back on, work, and then we have to put the clear filter or ND filter back on after it started working. For some reason today the Mavic just did not want to work. We actually had to head back down to the van and get our backup drone, which is the DJI Mini 3. It's a shame because this is a hit on quality, but at least we still got the shots we needed. So we hiked all the way up there, took us about 10 minutes, 15 minutes with the boxers, and they said we couldn't fly a drone, so on to the next location. Guess we are quite lucky to have this right on our doorstep. Probably take it a little bit for granted. We did manage to finally get that drone shot, although it did feel like it was never going to happen. Next, onto a gimbal shot though, and here we're going to use the Movi Pro with the Sony Burano and a knee set lens. No need for focus pulling as it's just a really slow left to right pan. Last night Panasonic announced a big update for the S5 II and S5 IIX that everyone has been waiting for. And even better than that, Panasonic was kind enough to give me early access. And today I don't have any shoots, so I'm just going to use it to go testing the new features, which one of them is autofocus for animals. So I'll be taking my dog out, and it gives me an excuse to take the Panasonic with me.
Just sit, make him sit down. Sit. Oi.
He's picked him up, heading towards me, tracked him all the way. Well, sit. Good boy. Oh gosh. So I'm here with Josh, who you've seen from yesterday. And we are getting a pickup shot for the university shoot, and I'm testing out a new mic. It's the Little Hollyland. I've got the older one that I've been using for these vlogs, but Josh had just picked up these new ones that seem pretty cool. Today we're going to be getting dolly shots. We've got like a Dana dolly. I think it is another brand. We'll check that out, it's in the van. We've got it on hire from the hire company we normally use. Excited to finally finish this project. Even more excited to see the finished product. Something else cool that is happening today is that Blackmagic have an event. It's in about 7 hours time. Luckily for me, I finished shooting today at 5 PM. So my idea is to come back to the office, unload the gear. Hopefully I finish a little bit early, catch the start of that. So I'm pretty confident they're going to announce a new camera. It's going to be a long day. It'll probably be a 12-14 hour day for me, but looking forward to it. And one last thing for the people that missed it, I'm going to give away this Crane 3S gimbal, as I no longer use it. I have a Movi Pro, so it's just sat around, and I'd love someone who watches this channel and subscribes to get their hands on it and put it to work. If you would like to win the gimbal or have a chance of winning it, there's going to be a link to subscribe to my newsletter in the description below. For someone who subscribes, it's totally free, and I send out like 1 or less emails a month just giving out advice, really. Just got to the location. We are signed in. Just about to unload. We're going to go on the trolley. It's the only most important bit. Just loading in. No, it's a high. The other ones don't go low enough. So here we are just setting up. We have a monitor for the client to see. We are tweaking lighting. Just setting up that Dana dolly. Again, we're putting the Burano on this with the knee set of Fina lenses. No need to focus pull as everything is staying the same distance away from camera. Here is the final shot. I think it come out pretty damn well. That was the only shot in this location, so we packed down and loaded back in the van, and it was time to go grab some lunch. But straight after we had the short lunch, we had to load into the next location that was quite tricky, but we got there eventually. Just got to the second location. Will setting up C-stands. Aaron is not exactly sure. As always, we don't know what Aaron's doing. We have had an electrician come down and turn off all these lights in the ceiling because it was kind of just not very nice and a bit ugly looking. We are going to be running the dolly across, but the other side, shooting towards where we're stood. So it will be seeing this depth. Just finished lighting the shot. We've got the Nova 300. 20 100% at 400 Kelvin temperature. We're also using an arm to boom over the F22. And now I'm at the opposite side. The final light is this 300X. Just working on tweaking lighting for the last shot of the day. We have a Nova coming through the door. If you look on the ground over there, you can see it just coming through that doorway. We're setting up the F22. Yeah, coming together nicely. Probably tweak for another 30 minutes. Just try and get it as good as possible. And then we'll get rolling.
I'm rolling now, mate, so just carry on doing what you're doing. Just fixing your bag and whatnot.
The university commercial is now a wrap. Just there behind me on my laptop, I'm currently watching the live stream from Blackmagic. They've not announced the camera yet, although I've already seen that it's called the Ursa Cine. So pretty excited.
So first, actually, though, I want to show you the new 12K sensors. And this is our second generation.
Fucking weighty one, Jesus.
So you can see it's a whole new design.
It looks older.
It's bigger.
The lens mount, if you can get a shot of the front there, the lens mount
lens.
includes the shims now for fast changeover when you're rigging the camera.
God. We're gonna do price guesses.
I think £14,599.
I'm coming in at 13,500. These are English pounds.
14,500.
So the new Blackmagic Ursa Cine 12
You guessed it right, well, I think, didn't you?
$14,995.
Oh, dollars though.
So
I might be right in pounds.
Which is a very high-end camera. Let me show you.
What? Pixar?
It's
a box camera. So the Blackmagic live stream is over. There is so much to digest. And most importantly, there is two new cameras. We have the Ursa Cine 12K and a 17K version coming. And also, what I am more interested in, a Blackmagic box camera. And anyone who knows, it has the 6K full frame sensor that I'm a massive fan of. I'm going to do a reaction video on YouTube. I'm pretty spent as I have been shooting all day, as you've seen in this vlog. But I really enjoy making the YouTube content and I like to build up the channel, so I'm going to power through. Right, so it is like 10 PM now and I have just finished recording. I'm going to head up home now and get to work editing this video. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. Feel like going to bed before 2 AM would be a result at this point, as it's been a pretty long day. Got my Greg's coffee. For those Americans who don't know what that is, this is like a British staple, kind of cheap coffee place. So today I'm going to be working on my next YouTube video, which is the update for the S5 II. It's the most improved I've ever seen a camera just from a software update. Now, prior to this, I would have probably give that award to Blackmagic, as some of their updates added such cool features, new kind of modes, resolutions. And in this box right here, I've been waiting for this one for a while. It's from a brand that not many people have heard of, but they make such good products. Anybody who watched my review on this thing, which is an SCG tripod, knows how much I absolutely love it. Another company that have done an amazing job at taking user feedback and giving us the exact same product as this tripod, but now it has one point to lock both legs. Some pretty cool news for us Android users. The Blackmagic app that iPhone has had for a while, well, lets you kind of take full control when capturing video on a smartphone. It's finally coming to Android. Big shout out to Alex over at Mr. Alex Tech. Go watch his channel. It's another commercial, but this time for a different university. Today is basically meant to be a recce, but we're going to see if we can get some drone shots. And we're also taking the camera with us. We're going to take the Burano and a lens. No lighting. Just keep it really small. If you remember, I mentioned that the van was making a funny noise. Well, that turned out to be the power steering. So this morning, that has gone into the mechanic. So our little production van is off-road. Again, we're gonna give it everything we've got and hopefully make this the very best video we've ever made, or at least fail trying. Just jump in my car. Joking. It's very sunny. Just got to the location. We are filming this tower here. There's gonna be animations, drone over the top of it. So we're just getting kind of the plate. We have Will and client just here flying the drone at the moment. And then we're gonna go up on a hill to get kind of a vantage point. Yeah, so far so good. We've looked out with the weather, and we've looked at even more that the Mavic has decided to start working. We really did look out on the weather because the wind was so low, what meant that we got through the drone shots really quickly, and it was time to set up the Burano and do a little hike, avoiding the mud here. I was really impressed with the Burano in this situation. We almost used it like it was a red cam, just really at low profile with a top handle and a small lens, V-mount on the back. The quality was still pretty amazing, but it was quite easy to carry around and just get the plates for the animator that we needed. Something that I'm not a massive fan of is if you get like a really short job and it feels like you're kind of either waiting for it to happen or just right in the middle of the day and kind of takes your day away. So it's currently 10 AM. I've just done a school run. I've got my religious Greg's cheap coffee. And first on my agenda, I need to get the YouTube video finished for this new update on the Panasonic S5 II. Secondly today, I've got a music video. I'll be doing around 7 hours or 6 hours shooting on this music video, so it's not a massively big project. I've just got a new product in for review also, that is pretty cool. So this is a Cine lens, and it is the Super 35 Ranger from Laowa. This thing is adorable. It's probably hard to gauge how small this thing actually is. So as you can see, this thing is just tiny for a cinema lens, and even tinier for a cinema zoom lens. This is a 17 to 50mm t2.9, what basically means, because it's a Super 35mm lens, you're looking at around, it's basically a 24 to 70, and with it being t2.9, unlike a photography lens, it means the same amount of light that enters the front of the lens also leaves the back. So it was time to load up for the music video and a short drive. Once we was there, we got the drone out for some quick drone shots and then quickly went on to the Burano. This time though, we did use the Nisa Athenas, but I wanted to try out that Ranger Super 35 mode on the Burano. And it also gave me a great opportunity to try out the new tripod. On this shoot, I did manage to find a new Tyler light on the Burano that I did not even know was there, right underneath. Pretty cool. Not sure why it's there, maybe it's for like cranes or gimbals. We use the Ranger zoom. Because it's parafocal, we could add some in-camera zooms, which was pretty cool. We quickly went on to handheld as the sun was setting fast. Here was one of our riskier setups of the day. We have the F22 mounted to the van and Will's in the back. We got some bike shots while driving. And then on to the last shot of the evening. It was quite late and we just had the F22 keying up top here. And in the background there, just imitating a street light, you can see the 60X. So it's been a couple days since the last shoot. Just one of those days where the to-do list has kind of been building up for the odd jobs, and I'm just going to try and tick off as many as possible. I've got my standard Greg's coffee, and the woman who was super kind on the drive through the Greg's give Bear a free sausage, so that's super nice of her. We have just recently again started doing cold hires on our equipment. We stopped doing it, I think it was like before COVID. One of the main reasons that convinced me to start doing them again was simply just meeting people. It's like I was speaking to so many people over the last 3 or 4 years who I've met solely because I have either hired equipment from them or they have hired from me. And the next thing is thumbnails for my next YouTube video. What is the review on the tripod? I'm going to build one of those classic charging walls. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to try and build one of those charging walls. You've probably seen them. They're like really popular YouTube videos that you use kind of a pegboard. So you cut the holes in it, thread the wires through the back and kind of Velcro or stick all of your charging on there. If I can get all that stuff done before the school run, it will be a super successful day. And then after the school run, I'm going to head back home, jump on my home setup and finish this video you're watching right now. I've got some voiceover to do and just tighten up the edit as it's really long and messy. You ready for your free sausage? It is definitely not neat or some kind of perfect job, but it's functional. I put the extension plug on the outside. A lot of people use standoffs and mount them behind, what looks really aesthetically nice, but I wanted to be able to switch them off when stuff is not charging. I'm going to mount another one of these just here, and I've got shelves coming on here because there's chargers like this one for the drone that don't actually mount vertically and work. But recently on a shoot, when we're shooting using the Burano, we did manage to fill one of these 512s. So, and it was kind of slowing us down, so I had to back up to an external SSD using my MacBook. Well, it just took 20 minutes, but so I picked up a second one. They're actually not that expensive, all said and done, compared to like what Type A used to be. And speaking on the Burano as a whole, it's got some really bad jip online. I seen that Gerald Undone did a video and was not very kind on it, and he has some fair points. There is a lot of stuff about the Burano that should not be in there. If you have watched this vlog all the way through, you will understand why I bought the Burano. You see the type of shoots that I'm going on, how different they are. I even film my talking heads on YouTube on the Burano. I go to low budget music videos, corporate work. I think I'm almost pretty close to making my own video, just condensing all my thoughts on where the Burano is at. Some people may know that when in like really big budget Hollywood productions, what they will do is they will shoot test footage and they will go to a color grader and maybe color grade the test footage. They will then produce a LUT from the color grader, take that into camera on set to start the actual production. Well, what I want to try and do is do a much smaller, kind of faster version of that using Resolve 19's new film LUT creator. I believe with cameras like the Panasonic here, what can even burn the LUT in. Not that I would recommend doing that, but you could, and it will help shape your lighting and require less colour grading, therefore saving time. It's quite hard to tell, but looking at myself just here in the monitor, this actually looks really good. This could be a cool little hack. We are currently driving to Dam Flask, which is a reservoir that is like 20-minute drive from our office. The reason we are going to the reservoir is because we are testing out the new Laowa Ranger Zoom and get a good idea of what the lens is capable of. The last spot is some boats just by the reservoir down here. They're really colourful, so we think they may show how the lens deals with bright colours. Right, just got back and the test footage went pretty good. We've got really good weather and we've got some pretty good stuff to use inside that review video. We are just packing up for tomorrow's shoot that unfortunately I cannot make due to childcare reasons. It's going to have Will and Aaron jumping on that one to save the day. So that is pretty much the end of this month. So if you want to watch any of the videos that you've seen me create in this vlog, they're on screen now.